Hey, good morning, everyone, and once again, welcome to our seminar session for this week. This week is week 10, so we have roughly 5 more weeks to go before we conclude the semester. And our topic is on climate change. So we will start off with our first presenter for this session. That's Tanisha. And after Tanisha, we will listen to Paige. Tanisha, please go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Can you all hear me? Okay, I will be representing Group 1 and I will be answering our allocated question, which is what linkage does KIN establish between tuna-rich countries in the Pacific and climate change? Now, the answer to our question is stated in the PDF titled Perspectives on Pacific Security under Security Governance and Collaboration on Security Through a Pacific Lens by Meg Kim, page 5. According to World Bank report titled Tuna Fisheries, the Pacific Island countries have some of the world's richest tuna stocks, supplying for approximately 34% of the worldwide tuna catch each year. KIN establishes the link between tuna-rich countries and climate change through the Blue Pacific concept. According to KIN 2021, the Blue Pacific concept emphasizes the security of the Pacific Island's wide ocean expanses, as well as resource contestation. The Blue Pacific covers more than 98% of the region. The Blue Pacific concept was developed to provide a framework for cooperation and collaboration among Pacific Island states. One of the Blue Pacific objectives is to promote regional sustainable development and environmental conservation. The Pacific Ocean is one of the world's most important ecosystems with a broad diversity of marine life. That includes tuna as well. However, the region is confronting environmental issues such as climate change. According to KIN 2021, many tuna-rich Pacific Island countries would see a significant decline in earnings as climate change causes fish to relocate to cooler waters and uncontrolled and unreported fishing persists. In conclusion, the Pacific Island countries are home to a rich and diverse range of marine life. Sustaining the ecosystem is challenging. However, Pacific Island countries look to their traditional allies to help manage resources and degradation through regional and bilateral assistance by protecting the ocean space. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tanisha and Group 1. If you have any questions or comments for them, you can share in the discussion forum for this week, so they will respond to your question accordingly or comment in relation to what they've presented. We now move on to Paige. Paige, please share with us your group's answer to the assigned question.
Hello. Good morning, Mr. Yagiora and everyone. Without further delay, I'll move on to our question and answer. The question assigned to Group 3 reads, what activities or initiatives is the Pacific Island Students Fighting Climate Change, or PISFCC, undertaking in the region as described by Gerard, Amin, and Watson? Firstly, the Pacific Island Students Fight Climate Change, or PISFCC, is a youth-led organization in the Pacific that is passionately campaigning to secure a better future for the Pacific Islands, as stated on their website. According to the United Nations Development Program, PISFCC began in March 2019 when students from 8 Pacific Island countries decided to begin a campaign to persuade the leaders of the Pacific Island Forum to take the issue of climate change and human rights to the International Court of Justice. The International Court of Justice is the only international court that settles disputes between the 193 UN member states, which the Pacific Island countries are a part of. This means that it makes an important contribution to global peace and security, providing a way for countries to resolve issues without resorting to conflict. UN 2024. The primary goal of the PISFCC's campaign was and is still to convince governments around the world to request an advisory opinion from the International Court of Justice. An advisory opinion is essentially the court's advice as opposed to its ruling. Therefore, it is not legally binding and cannot be enforced by law. So it's not legally necessary for you to obey or follow the advisory opinion. The organ, agency or organization making the request or advisory opinion is free to act upon the opinion given by the International Court of Justice in any way it deems appropriate or not at all. The PISFCC now has members in every Pacific Island country from all levels of education. As cited in the document titled Perspective on Pacific Security, according to Girard, Amin, and Watson, the initiative that the PISFCC has undertaken in the region is to call on Pacific leaders to bring up the subject of climate change and human rights before the International Court of Justice and request an advisory opinion on the obligations of states under international law to protect the rights of present and future generations against the adverse effects of climate change. So in summary, the International Court of Justice is asked to provide an opinion outlining countries' responsibilities to address the threat of climate change and the penalties they would face for failure to act. Thank you.
Thank you, Paige and Group 3. A very interesting answer to the question, and also the first answer by Tanisha and Group 1 also interesting contribution to the discussion. Sorry. All right, so Group 2, who's the representative for Group 2? Ms. Balbe, Ms. Salot, Ms. Levy. So do you think climate change is contributing to the reduction in the number of tuna in the Bismarck Sea? That's a question that NFA should really answer. What are the implications of climate change? Has it caused any changes to the ocean and current and marine life underneath the sea? And climate change in general, so it's very interesting. But is climate change, the threat of climate change, is it real? Is it true? Or is it just a hoax? There are so many conspiracy theories about climate change, and the Chinese, they have their own perspective, Europeans and Africans and different scholars have different theories or conspiracy theories in connection to climate change. But that's something that is also fascinating. I have to read and watch more videos to see what other people, their point of view about climate change and whether or not the threat is real or not real. People are just making it up in order to, it goes back to hegemony. Huh? The West wants to maintain their position on top, so they came up with this particular conspiracy. So countries will be reluctant to industrialize, because when you try to industrialize, create industries, you create more greenhouse gases and you pollute the atmosphere or the ozone layer, and it contributes to global warming. So other countries are saying that it's a conspiracy put by the Western countries, so they maintain the hegemony, but we don't know whether it's true or not. It's a topic for serious debate. So I will leave you people to debate it on the discussion forum. Group 2, they have not confirmed their representatives, so the rep can present this Friday along with the other representatives from the other 4 groups. That's Group 4, 5, 6, and 7. with that, we'll stop here. I'll let you go and continue the discussion in our discussion forum. If you have any questions for Tanisha and for Paige, please share and then they will respond accordingly. And I will now this week sit down and go through your previous discussion and come up with a tally by end of this week. So make sure you check your. Are you checking your tally against my tally to confirm? I'm only human. I'm a human being like you, so I do make mistakes. So if I miscount, if I give you extra strokes on my tally sheet, then let me know so I can reduce the number of comments and questions down. So check my tally against those. And keep your own tally so you know the number of questions you've asked and the number of comments you've made. All right. So by this week, I'll complete my tally for the third session on cybersecurity. And our second policy review is due next week Friday. So make sure you go through your comments. And if you need any advice or help, please let me know. We can meet during my consultation hours and talk more. The important thing is follow the marking criteria given. The marking criteria. If you have any issues, want me to elaborate further, let me know. I gave you my WhatsApp number. And we can meet on Zoom. We have Teams. There's quite a lot of platforms for communication. Moodle as well, Moodle messaging. So if you need any assistance, any advice, if you want me to elaborate further, then let me know. That's in regards to the second policy review. Don't hesitate to communicate if you need further clarification on a particular aspect of the marking criteria. Okay, that's all. We all have a good day today. Thank you for joining us in this meeting. Wish you a pleasant week. We meet again on Friday, and group 2, please be prepared to share your answer on Friday. All right. So bye for now. Have a good day.